How's it going, everybody? This is the Hem here. Now, I spent a good portion of the day trying to account for all the things that were sent to me by Banggood. You know, watching the unboxing video of all the electronic items I got that I ordered recently. And so I show you what I have and some extra things and also some things I'm missing. I'll start on this corner. I'll move through this way. And we'll start with the first item on the list. So this is by list order. If you go to Banggood, and I'll put a link in the descriptions below, but it's in order. So this is the Uno. Put a cable, USB cable connects in there. So I'll let you know that I was expecting 3 USB cables, but they only gave me 2. They gave me one for the Uno and the Mega, and another one for Nano. This is the Mega 2560. Okay. And this is the Nano. So they're the 3 controller boards. We've got the prototyping board here, and also a breadboard that you can stick on. We have the blue LCD keypad shield that would fit onto, or does it fit? Yeah, it will fit. The pins aren't manufactured at the best level there, best quality, so you got to bend the pins a little bit. But we'll put this here and put this here. We've got the SD card and Ethernet shield here. We've got the L293D motor controller with the bit shift register in there and the 2 the 2 drives there. So this one will slap on top of the Uno like so. I'm going to take off that. Now on the list here it says sensor shield 4 and then it's blank, so they didn't complete the description, but looks like this is the sensor shield, and there's some kind of sensor here. I can't remember what it was, but I think it was some kind of temperature sensor. Over here we've got the soil and jumper cable and controller. So this is the soil moisture sensor. Chuck it into the soil there. A 1 touch sensor. This is the gyro sensor from memory, and the next one on the list as well after the touch sensor. And then after this there's the magnetic field sensor and compass. Now interesting enough, Banggood gave me 2 of the same, pretty much the same sensor boards. Gave me 2 of these, pretty much the same. One's a bit more expensive than the other, I can't remember which one, but they're supposed to be the same thing. So one is the GY-271 and the other one is the 273, and they're pretty much, by the reviews, slight differences, but pretty much works the same way. Then we have the pressure sensor here, really small pressure sensor there with the pins that I'll have to solder in. We've got what's next after the pressure sensor? The accelerometer there. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but the idea is 3 axes. We've got the light intensity sensor. The Hall effect sensor. The RFID kit. the precision clock with battery. Precision clock with battery. Another SD card adapter, but without the Ethernet, so the smaller one. MQ, what's this one? MQ3, this is the alcohol sensor. And this is the combustible gas sensor, MQ9. We've got the IR flame sensor, flame detector, by the looks of it. We've got a motion sensor here. Down in the corner of your house. We've got a soil and snow sensor. So I guess the snow goes on, and the rain goes on top of that, and then that's the controller for it. We've got the USB charger doctor there. It's got a display there. We've got a remote control plus receiver. That's their own little kit there. This is its own little kit. This records. You've got a microphone that records, and then it does a playback. And you just hook it up to the speaker there. Power it up, and it's pretty much usable. We've got a sound sensor over here, so I assume it's some kind of microphone. Ultrasonic sensor. Joystick. Humidity sensor. Doppler radar. Now they can actually, now Banggood's actually gave me two line IR line sensors here. One's expensive, more expensive. I think that's one that's more expensive. This one's a bit cheaper, but I'm not sure why they gave me two. On the list, it only states that I'm supposed to get one, two. They work pretty much the same. They got the same chip on them. I had a look on their website. That's what they look like. And another IR, this one could also be used as an IR line sensor, but this one can, or they all could be used as an optical sensor, but this one I'm assuming is the optical sensor there with the sender receiver. So you put an object in front of it, right? You'll bounce back. So, oh, there's something there. Over here we've got the motor counter here. So I guess you could put it like something that spins, and then it counts how many times and how fast this one spins. We've got a rotary encoder, so if you spin that, this thing should click away, giving us zeros and ones. We've got two LCD displays, the 1602, which is a smaller one, and the 2004, which is the bigger one. We've got a 4-digit display, an 8x8 dot red matrix that can light up, and accompanying cable. A 1-digit display, a 1-digit display that's large. Two I2C interfaces for the LCDs. So this is the LCD. Slot that right in there. Solder that in. Contain kit here. We've got a camera here. So you open up there. There's a camera there. This is an I2C camera as well. So OV7670. We've got two, and it looks like on the list here it says two here, but one is red and one is red and one is green. 10 segment. So you can use this to check pins, like on your Arduino board, and check if things are lighting, if signals are going through. Now you may notice I put pretty much a black tape here, reminding me that I'm missing an item here. I couldn't find the ESP8266 Wi-Fi Transceiver, and I'm kind of not happy with that. I'm not sure what kind of review I'm going to give them. because I was really looking forward to this particular transceiver. I wanted to play around with it. But anyway, that's missing. I had a look on Banggood what it looked like, and I couldn't find it in my kit. Yeah, so I couldn't find that particular one. This is the Bluetooth transceiver over here. Bluetooth module. R232 connection there. And another thing that I was disappointed with was they listed that I'm supposed to get two NRF24L01 2.4 gigahertz wireless communication, but they only gave me one. And I'm looking forward to playing around with that as well. So kind of disappointed there. 5 prototyping boards, big, really useful. I was rummaging through my bungalow trying to find one of these. Found an old one that was a little bit broken, so I used that, but now I've got some new ones, so I'm pretty happy with that. Got the small ones as well. Just to take note, they are single, so you have to put solder to connect them. All right, so let's have a look what else on the list. So five tactile buttons over here, useful. They just like reset. They pretty much use them as reset buttons. 5 of those. So those buttons are now chucked on an array, and this is the 4x4. So good for a keypad. We've got large tactiles. I've got 5 of those, plus a blue cap on them. And I prepared one earlier. You will see that. We've got 2 on and off switches. Show you one. On, off. You can set whichever direction is on and off for yourself. Now here's something that was interesting. On the list here, it says that I'm supposed to get a 5 volt 1 amp. They gave me a 9 volt 1 amp. So backwards here, 9 volt there. So it's supposed to be there's 9 there. So I'm not complaining. 9 volt's fine. I can always step it down with the voltage regulators they gave us. And something interesting that I couldn't find is they listed a 5.5 by 2.1 millimeter electrical power jack. I don't know what that is. I couldn't figure out what it was. So I seem to be missing some kind of power jack. Was it the soldering iron? I'm not sure. So that's missing. We've got this 16 channel over here, the 16 channel servo controller. Nice big servo controller to control many motors. We've got 2 DC hobby motors, 2 Tower Pro servo motors, and 2 stepper motors. So all the motors I want. We also got 2 stepper motor drivers over here, and another 3 stepper motor drivers for easy driver. 3 of these. 1 relay. Relays will come in useful for isolating and using and changing voltages levels. And we've got one that's 4 channel. So that's crazy. Not sure what I'm using that one for. And we've got our voltage regulators over here. Useful. I need a 3.3 volt regulator. One is 5, one is 3 apparently on the list. See? Multimeter, power it up. The maximum voltage for that thing is 15 volts apparently. This is a buck converter, DC to DC. I'm looking forward to having one of these. Never had one of these, so pretty good. 40 volts. This is 40 volts max. So that's pretty awesome there. We've got 5 high-powered 1 volt LEDs of varying colors. So they're supposed to be really bright. And we've got LEDs, pack of them, 5 of each. The colors are green, red, white, red, green, blue, yellow. And then we've got 5 red signaling and another 5 yellow signaling, and they're all accounted for. I'm not sure if the colors are right, but they're all accounted for. There's as many LEDs as they're supposed to be. However, these RGB ones that can alternate between the different colors, I'm supposed to get 5 of these, but they only gave me 4. Now, I'm not too stressed about that because these things are less than a few cents each, but still, if anything, I'd rather be missing some of these, and I'd like to get more of these multicolored ones because they look nice as they change color. All the resistors are accounted for. I'm supposed to. There are 5220 ohms, 21K and 2010K. We've got the photoresistor over here, 5 of those, all accounted for. The piezo buzzer, buzz, 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 useful to make buzzing noises. Maybe I can scare my daughter with them. No, I wouldn't do that. Be funny stuff. This is a bit register. This looks like it's the same bit register for this thing. Just slap it in the middle there if it blows or something like that, which is useful to have a spare. I also have one in my pack, not in from this kit. This is the NPN transistor. They gave me 10 of these small ones. Useful. And now 2 transistors, the MOSFET and the high-powered, what was it called? The high-powered tip 122 transistor, NPN as well. Interesting enough, they gave me they listed here a ball tilt sensor, which is this thing, I assume. And then they gave me a sensor module or sensor. So they both kind of do the same thing. This one, I was supposed to do the same thing. This one can, if you tilt it or shake it. This is the same. If you tilt it or shake it, you can hear it. So they're pretty much the same thing. One's in a board format with a resistor, and the other one's not. So that's an extra thing they gave me. We've got the laser diode here, 650 nano, that's the wavelength over here. It's red. All right, so, and it gave me, which is useful, I'm going to probably use it for battery powered things, but we've got a 9-volt adapter jack connector here. And funny enough, they gave us 2 small 0.1 microfarad capacitors. Weirdly enough, I'm not sure what it's used for. I'm not sure what it would be, what fit here. 2 of these. I think I need more of these. These are useful. You know, these are useful to do all kinds of things. These are the male-to-male connectors. Now, the thing with the male-to connectors is they're supposed to be 65 by 2, but I count 70 by 2, so they seem to have given me 10, unless I miscounted. They seem to give me 10 extra. It's pretty cool there. Or maybe I count extra, I'm not sure. Then we've got the male to female, which is great for the breadboards. And over here you've got the 2 breadboards over here. Great for that. They give us 4 potentiometers or variable resistors. 2 of them are 1K and the other 2 are 10K. Useful. Big and clunky though. This one's probably more useful. I want to note that these ones actually came with bent pins, there, which isn't a big deal. You can bend those pins back pretty quickly. They're not hard to bend back. But yeah, just to note that these are, and then you would vary the resistance up the top there with a little screwdriver. Something else that was missing in the kit was they gave me one of these, and I was looking forward for these because these are good for my Raspberry Pi connectors. They gave me one male. I wanted 2, and they listed 2. However, they did give me 2 of these right angle ones, which I guess I can use, and 2 females, which is pretty good there. And that pretty much concludes everything that was listed, except now I want to tell you there's something that was unlisted. So I had a few things that were kind of unlisted. There was extras, like this 2 of these, and and two of these. I think two of these line detectors. But they gave me a extra capacitive keypad. It wasn't on the list, so I wonder if that's what this meant to be. If that's what it's meant to be. So am I missing these particular items here and here because of this and a few other things? I'm not sure, but that's false advertising. I guess if this is the intention, really they should make sure that they get their lists right. Because people are buying this based on what they see on the list and not quite giving them what you intend, maybe. But anyway, look, thanks for listening and thanks for joining in. I really appreciate it. And I'll hope to see you all in the next video. Bye for now.